And you had mentioned, being a part of Transformers, but it wasn't just Transformers that you got your wish for. It was like G.I. Joe and so many other things.
G.I. Joe, I think I worked on every Hasbro Sunbow project with the exception of Air Raiders. And I think that one was done on the East Coast, and that was the only reason I wasn't involved on it. But I worked on My Little Pony, I worked on Gem, Inhumanoids, Visionaries. I actually linked almost all the Sunbow universes together because I created a character for G.I. Joe called Hector Ramirez, who is a parody of Geraldo Rivera. And once we got his design approved and the voice cast and the name was approved, every time we needed a info dump, well, we'll drag Hector out, and Hector, as a news reporter, can simply tell everybody up front what they need to know. So we brought him back a couple of times in G.I. Joe for that function, and then they used him in Transformers, and then we said, well, why not Gem? And he popped up once or twice in Gem, and then he also popped up in Inhumanoids. So I pretty much unified the Sunbow universe, you might say.
There you go. Now, I think the real challenge would have been if you could have fit Hector into Glowworms and Potato Head Kids.
That would have been a challenge. I almost got the little ponies to interact with G.I. Joe and Transformers, because when they did the My Little Ponies movie, at one point one of the ponies has to go out and find allies to help them in some magical quest. And I said, what we ought to do is have them first go to the Autobot headquarters and ask the Autobots to help, but they can't help. And then I said, then they ought to go over to G.I. Joe headquarters, and Shipwreck will be sitting at the back of the barracks drinking a beer, and we'll have this little pony fly up to him and say, can you help us? And he's just going to sit there with the beer staring at the pony. And we really need help, and he'll just sit and stare, and then well, all right, and flies off, and Shipwreck throws the beer bottle away and takes the pledge never to drink again. And they said, very funny, Buzz. No. But, we had a lot of fun doing the show. The shows, plural. We didn't set out to unify everything, but we ended up doing it inadvertently, and it just all worked because everything, even shows as wildly divergent as Inhumanoids, which was basically a PG horror series, and Gem, which was a romance / showbiz story, even things as far apart as that shared the same kind of writing and production sensibilities. So it was a fun experience working on them.